What's up, guys? Welcome back to USMNT AUC Ultras Talk. Today we're going to be reviewing the Nations League win, USA versus Canada, 2-0 USA. We're going to do player ratings and just going to discuss the win. I want to start off with asking you guys, what was your thoughts on the game?
Really good win. Really competent win. I don't think it was a flashy one like with Mexico, but overall we did the job. Really comfortable.
Yeah, considering how McKennie and Dest were out, we still played really well and played up to the standard that we're supposed to be playing. And ultimately, we dominated that game. But in spurts, Canada had good pieces of attacking play, but they couldn't convert. And that was due to our us converting our chances first, which gave us confidence. And then eventually, we put the game away in the end.
Yeah, like you said, Canada was a lot more of a threat than Mexico was, but I think our defense did a really good job containing their attackers. Specifically, Davies did absolutely nothing the entire game.
Yeah.
Scally came in for Dest and played the game of his life. And Chris Richards as well, man of the match.
Yeah. Davies got shut down, completely locked up by Aronson and Scally on that right side. It wasn't just Scally. Scally was most of it, but Aronson also, he was pressing him the whole game before he came out. So yeah, shout out to Aronson, shout out to Scally.
Weah too a little bit.
Yeah, well, even Weah tracked back. And then Davies moved to the right side after that, and he still couldn't do anything on the right side. And because Jedi Robinson was actually pretty decent on that side too. Jedi, in my opinion, he had the best game I've seen him play in a while. He was, I think, our best defender that game, in my opinion.
Yeah, what I saw especially is that when Davies switched on to the side that A-Rob was on, A-Rob, he usually tucked in as a third center back, and he made a bunch of clearances. He won lots of aerial duels. It was just a solid defensive performance, even though he didn't contribute that much to the attacking play. That was still a brilliant performance from him on the defensive end.
So it's so easily the best I've ever seen him play. Like, it's just, he was so good. Just so good, bro.
Yep, Scally too.
Yeah,
Scally too.
He just locked him up.
I just wanted to make a quick observation. For all the talk that I heard, I have two cousins from Canada, so I've heard a lot of people come into this game that say that, the new kings of CONCACAF are going to be crowned, and I heard a lot. If you take into consideration that we're missing Tyler Adams, CCV as an option could possibly be a starter, right? Miles Robinson is not starting. He played against Mexico. So just comparing to the game against Mexico, three starters that didn't play: Des, McKinney, and Miles. And then if we take into consideration as well, they were missing Tyler and CCV possibly. It's still the gap's still really big. I don't think Canada was impressive at all. Even though they had good spells, that's expected for the level of players that they have. I don't think they did any. They did a lot less than I expected coming into this game.
Yeah, I mean, I want to say one thing. So, start of the game, before we scored that early goal, Canada, they looked all right. They actually didn't look that bad. Right after we scored on the corner, they completely fell apart. Like, they lost all like confidence. They were pressing really good the first couple 10 or so minutes. After we scored that goal, dude, they were pressing and they were like not getting anywhere. They were like walking half the time. The pressing was like disjointed. It was bad from Canada. So yeah, Canada definitely did not play good at all. But but at the same time we played really well too. Reina had absolute masterclass of performance, and then he got his ankle got annihilated by Alistair Johnson. So yeah, hopefully he gets better soon. But yeah,
I think it's interesting that you pointed out the way that they couldn't really press. I think a lot of credit goes to BJ. Honestly, I didn't ever see us playing with a 10, and when we remotely tried it with Greg, it was never like we did against Canada. You see the second goal. As soon as Weah is coming for the ball to hold it down for Gio to make his run and then eventually give the assist to Balogun. As soon as the ball goes to that side, Gio's already alert, and we know Gio's known for not being the most urgently thinking guy there is out there.
Yeah.
As soon as that ball is coming over, way it goes for it, he's already on there. I felt like the players were a lot closer when trying to make transitions, and Bellingham really good at reading those runs, and it was a beautiful goal. But that's a goal that's a testament, like how well BJ's been training. That coming into this, I think we were all a little bit worried about how Nations League were going to play out without a coach, but it's very interesting to see that maybe possibly the best 2 run of games that we've ever had come under this interim coach, and I'm really sad to see him leave, to be honest.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's just crazy that how after Greg left, we saw 2 coaches perform outstandingly well with the USMNT, Hudson and Callahan.
yeah,
We saw BJ in the dressing room. Like I saw him in the what do you call it? Behind the crest.
Yeah, behind
Yeah,
the crest.
that he showed passion and he brought togetherness to the team.
yeah. I won't say
Yeah,
something. Yeah, wait, sorry. You go ahead, Braden.
yeah. So again, praising BJ at the end of the game when Scally picked up a little bit of a knock. I think that BJ adapted really, really well by bringing in Trusty and moving to a back five. And obviously, Weah came in to play right wing back, which we've seen him do at club level. And I think he was pretty solid for the few minutes that he was there. But yeah, just the adjustment to change formation and trust the players to still perform. It's something that you'd never see under Greg.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
that's a good point. So I was just about to say something similar. How we changed formation. We were a 4-3-3, but we used that 10. We used that 10 in that whole Giorena, and that's something I think we've always needed, and I think in my opinion we should keep going forward underneath Greg, because when we had that 10 position, we could build out the back so much easier. We had that option in that hole. We can use him to play in the ball. He can play a ball out wide. He can make a defense splitting pass. You can dribble forward, then play it. And Gio Reyna is a player who can do all of that. So I mean, I think we need to keep that 10 position on a lock for the upcoming games, in Nations League. I mean, Gold Cup, whatever. We need to have a 10. So yeah.
yeah. Gio is that perfect guy because he's the only one on this team that offers magic. Like Kevin De Bruyne for Man City, it's Gio Reyna for us. He can produce a moment out of anything, and that's just what we need in the team. That's what we lacked in the World Cup.
Yeah. And you want to know?
We just had to over rely on Pulisic,
Yeah.
and then we saw that have consequences in the Netherlands game.
And you want to know something? So you're saying how Gio Reyna is that guy for us? I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Every time he performs for us, he always got like his girlfriend in the crowd, like all of her friends in the crowd. He got all the chicks in the crowd, bro. Next games, bro, we need like Copa America. We need all the chicks from like his girlfriend. We all in the crowd for him, bro. Like he's like Jordan Poole. He performs when the girls are watching. Player ratings now. Actually, wait, you were gonna say?
Yeah, I was gonna say, should we move on to player ratings?
Yeah. All right. So I'll do it this way. How about this? Let's do each guy. So each of us gets like 3 or 4 players we do a rating on to not like overload the time. So yeah, I'll start with defense. Akil, you want to take defense real quick?
Sure.
All right.
So that includes Turner.
Yeah, includes Turner.
All right. So Turner, he didn't really have much to do. So I'd give him a 6 out of 10, 7 for the clean sheet. Whenever I saw him with the ball, the first thing he did was try to clear the ball. He didn't try to dribble or do anything special because when he did it in the Mexico game, he looked really uncomfortable. So I think that was wise, but we could use his ball playing ability better in the future. And then the 2 center backs, Zimmerman and Richards, they both had a fantastic game. Richards and Zimmerman winning all the aerial duels and winning clearances as they were supposed to do. And Richards obviously got that goal in the first 15 minutes that really set the tempo for us. And then we just controlled the game after that. And right back Scally, I thought he had a really good defensive performance. Nothing crazy on the attacking side, but he contained Davies. With Aronson also helped him, but he still really had a really good game on that right side. And he was passive, but that's fine considering the amount of talent we have and the attacking display that we really showed. And then A-Rob on the left side, also similar to Scally, he had a decent defensive performance, nothing special in the attack, but he tucked into the defense. He almost played like a third center back by clearing a lot of balls. He won lots of aerial duels, and he basically offered David and then the other striker, I forgot. Who was it again?
Laren.
Yeah, Kyle
Mhm.
Laren.
Yeah,
They got no wins in the aerial front.
Yep.
Yeah, you want to take the midfield, Arjun?
Yeah, I wasn't gonna actually pass it over to your Braden. I wasn't actually gonna do any ratings. So,
All right,
what do you guys want to take the?
That's cool.
I can do the midfield.
all right.
Okay, so starting off with Aronson, I think I'd give him a 6 out of 10. There wasn't really anything special, but as always, he was probably the hardest worker on the pitch. Helped contain Davies on the right side, and got into some good positions as well. I think drew some fouls, so just all around decent game from him, but nothing too special. For Musa, 7.5, I think. He was really solid defensively, as well as like starting some attacks, getting some balls out to the wingers. Just all around solid game from Musa. And for Gio, I think it has to be a 9 out of 10. The only thing that would have helped him is not having to come off injured, but in a half, 2 assists, was controlling the game. Everything went through him, and I think he was definitely our best player in this game.
Easily, yep.
And then off the bench, Luca De La Torre, I think also a 7 out of 10 because he did hold onto the ball a little too much sometimes, but for the most part, he was very silky, got by the defenders, and played some good passes as well.
I'd kind of argue on the Luca De La Torre point. I think he was one of our worst players on the field. I'm not saying he was bad, but he was one of the worst players on that day.
Yeah.
Because he didn't. I think he was subbed on to play a more defensive role, but he was kind of slow.
I mean, yeah.
And
I mean, to be fair,
he took time to get rid of the ball.
yeah. I mean, to be fair though, like he's coming into a game like we basically already won the game. Like, we're 80% over the finish line, and he's playing in a role he's not comfortable in. I think he's playing DM, and third of
Yeah.
all, he's also like not start. I mean, he's coming off the bench. He's not the sharpest player. So, I think if he like starts games, and if he like he starts games in that 8 role he's used to, or even like out wide a little bit, I don't know, maybe then he would produce this performances. So yeah,
I would. Yeah, I would continue to play him as a 6 because we don't have that much depth. I'm not saying he played bad or anything, but he was just one of the worst players on average compared to everyone else on the
yeah.
field.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I don't like him at the 6. Like I really do not like Luca Del Torre at the 6. I honestly I would take Johnny over him at the 6, and Johnny himself isn't even a 6.
Mhm.
Johnny's like an 8 or 10. He's probably 10 more than a 6. So yeah, Yuri, you want to take the attack, the ratings?
Sure, I would just give Johnny a rating. Honestly, I was quite happy with him when he came on. I think he had 2 heavy first touches, but overall, for what I expect from him, pretty good. I'll give him a solid 6.57 game. I mean, didn't have much to do, but I think he had one inversion that was pretty good. He lightened up the pressure when pressured. So happy with him. I'll start off with the goal scorer, Balogun. I felt like his game was not going in a good direction, and up until he got the goal, he had one chance heading, and it wasn't. He took an unnecessary touch, and he had one tap in opportunity. It wasn't really a tap in, a clear goal or anything, but one of those fast balls, fast cross. I think it came from Wea, and he didn't do too well, but the goal fixed everything. I'll give him an 8. I think it's very fair to say an 8.5. It's a good rating. I mean, I don't think it was an incredible match, but I don't think it was a bad match at all. I felt like it was a very important goal. We need to take into consideration it's the first time he has a training camp with these guys. It's a new environment for him, and he showed up at the biggest time. He scored in the final. Really good movement. Again, really hard working. And I really love to see those runs for club level. The best goals that he scored are tracking and playing on the shoulder of the last defender, really seeing that run. And he pointed to Gio really quick. And really, a very underplayed part of that goal was the aspect of winning the wrestling battle to take the front and really finish it first time. So I'm really happy with his game. I'll go to Pulisic. I don't think he had too much to do. Not a bad game. I think it was very important in the second half, holding the ball. Again, he was always the player that they were trying to. They were sort of trying to double mark him. Honestly, it always shifted a lot of attention from Canadian defenders when he had the ball. They were definitely trying to stop him fouling if needed on the first half, and then on the second half they wouldn't let him turn and have his front to the goal facing the goal. So I'll give him a 7. I think it was a very average performance. Not to knock him down, but it's more of a product of their defensive performance and how well our other players are playing. And that's just something I wanted to point out. I think it's really fair that you gave him a 9 because Brendan, because it's nice to see Gio stepping up. I mean, on other days in the past, if Pulley wasn't having the best day or he was being well marked by a disciplined side like Canada, we would have suffered. But Gio really stepped up, and that's why I think we can't afford to have Pulley having a 7 out of 10 game nowadays and still come out with a comfortable win. And going into Weah, I'll give him a 7.5. I think he had a slightly better game. He was very good working off the ball. And when he transitioned, again, credit to BJ for being a versatile manager. When he transitioned to putting Trusty on the pitch, it was nice to see how Weah was quick to adapt to that role that he has played the majority of the season for. And I just think he was really good, lively on the attack again. It was very good for the national team. It's a shame if he doesn't really become a winger full time and transition to a wing back. But regardless, really solid performance. That's how I grade our attackers on the day.
Yeah, I just want to say one thing before we move on or even wrap it up. I think Greg finally has his pace and power. He's always said he wants that pace and power. He finally has it with Balogun. So hopefully now no more Jordan Morris call-ups. I mean, he has the pace and power, so hopefully no more.
Yeah, I just hope these MLS lifers don't put out a classic performance on the Gold Cup and then keep having something for Greg to hold them back for and keep calling them up.
You want to know something? I feel like Acosta is going to have some I think it's going to be one mid Ariola. Is Ariola called up?
No, I think he's done.
Yeah.
No.
I thought he was.
All right, there's going to be like one random MLS
no, Ariola is. He is on the roster.
All right, so he's supposed to have like an absolute masterclass versus like Trinidad and Tobago or something. And he's gonna be like, yeah, that's our guy. He's gonna call him up for the next 3 years straight. That's gonna happen, bro.
Ariola's not there.
Bro, I just don't understand this. Why is Ariola getting called up ahead of
No, he's not. He didn't get called up.
Okay, it's gonna be one of them though. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. The only MLS lifer I really want to see ball out is Aiden Morris because I'm a Crew fan. But I mean, other than that, obviously
Miles Robinson.
Obviously, no.
Yeah, Miles.
But he's not an MLS lifer. MLS lifers are players that stay in MLS their whole career, bro.
He's 25 though.
I know, but we expect Miles to move on. I mean, even then, I would say he's like a S tier MLS player. He's proven himself to be really good. Yeah. So I mean, hopefully Greg can see that Jordan Morris, Acosta. We have better players than these. I mean, Acosta's got a decent set piece taken, but that's about it. So, I mean, hopefully.
Again, he gets more time with these guys at the Gold Cup. And then if they put out a good performance and somehow win this, I'm really scared that Greg's going to keep calling them up because he's going to have data evidence that these guys performed for him. So,
yeah. By the way, what's your guys' Gold Cup predictions?
I don't even know. I know we have Jamaica in our group and Trinidad and Tobago, but I don't know who the third team is.
The third team hasn't been decided yet. It's a playoff match between I think St. Kitts and
who's it between?
Guyana.
It's Puerto Rico and St. Kitts.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
I thought the other one was Guyana.
Oh, I thought it was Puerto Rico. I don't know. Hey, okay, but the point is, this Gold Cup can be either really good or really bad depending on the lineup that's played. Because some of the players on this lineup are really good, like young MLS team. What do you say, Yuri?
I think it's really bad.
Yeah, I mean, I hope it's gonna be good. Look, I'm praying for good because I really want to see win the Gold Cup again. But I mean, a lot of these players on this team, a roster, are like MLS lifers, and then a lot of them are like these young prospects that are pretty decent. I mean, and all of them are just mid. So I mean, depends on the lineup that's played. The lineup's played. If it's a good lineup, then I feel like we can go far in the tournament, and we obviously have potential to win it. So I mean, that's all I gotta say for that.
Yeah, for me, I might be a little biased because one of my favorite players, Andre Blake, plays for them. But I just saw Jamaica release their roster a couple minutes ago, and I think it's honestly really strong. They brought a lot of firepower, specifically in the attack, with the likes of Antonio, Jamari Gray from Everton, and I think they could be a sleeper pick to actually win the whole tournament.
Yeah,
Considering that the likes like us, Canada, I don't think Mexico as well. None of us are bringing our A teams, so it gives the opportunity to someone like Jamaica, Costa Rica, maybe Panama, to step in and maybe win the tournament.
Yeah, and if y'all can remember 2017, we played Jamaica in the final, I think, and we won against Jamaica 1-0 from a Jordan Morris goal.
Yeah.
I think it was a Jordan Morris goal too. I think I watched that game. So I mean, shout out Jordan Morris for that goal, I guess. But other than that, yeah.
Yeah, and Jamaica also made the final in 2015, and they lost to Mexico.
Yeah, they're always a good team. I mean, they always get some good dual nationals coming in and all that. So yeah,
especially Omari Hutchinson from Chelsea.
Bro, you keep
Really
riding
good
your
talent.
Chelsea boys, bro.
Bro, he's really good. He's gonna break into the team
What the
next 2 years.
Whisper, like De Juan Whisper.
He hasn't proven himself yet. I don't know what league he was playing in before he came.
Jamaican League.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't watch that league.
Yeah, no one does.
But no, you probably would, Arjun.
Maybe, yeah.
I just want to add one more thing. Mexico, like they fired Diego Coca, but apparently they were planning on taking their full strength roster. I mean, it was huge alongside the sacking that Memo Ochoa is not going to play any longer. Santi's not going to play in the Gold Cup as well. Like these players are pulling out allegedly, but they were planning on taking their strongest roster if that's the case. If these guys were even being considered to the point where they had to say no, I mean, it would have been a little bit tougher. But as far as my prediction for Gold Cup, I think it would just be bad. It should be treated as a developmental tournament at this point. And I don't think we called up a developmental squad. So we'll probably see Aaron Long there. I know he's called up. And, well, regardless, I just hope we don't lose to Mexico.
So, yeah, thank you guys for watching USMNT AUC Talk episode, whatever number this is. Vamos USA, good win in Nations League and Gold Cup up next. Like and subscribe for more content, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace.
Yeah, don't forget that we're putting up shorts too.
Yeah, watch.
Don't forget to check our shorts. Yeah.
Watch.
Don't forget to email USSF if you guys find a potential new rival, because CONCACAF is dominated for now.
Yeah. England, bro. England.
Maybe.
Yeah. All right. Peace out, guys.
Peace.
Thanks for watching.